played in the match, being so close for so long and really result?
Well, I mean, it was 4-3 in the third, and then we got hot a little bit and connected, and I guess it's the first time they felt their back against the wall in a while, and they kind of gave it a little bit, but it was more us putting pressure on them and them not really faulting. There's just one point where they double faulted. Everything else, I thought we played good points in that game. But earlier in the match, kind of my fault, being the experienced guy, getting a little frustrated because they're playing well, and it's happened a lot. You're playing guys playing Davis Cup, and you have to expect that they're going to play their best, and sometimes I get not surprised, maybe a little frustrated because you want it to go more straightforward, and there's a reason you're ranked higher, and you want them to just kind of fold, and that doesn't happen. And for sure for Vasek too, I want to spend as little time on the court as possible, and they're not really obliging, so it gets frustrating. But we did a really good job, especially after the second set, of talking it out and just trying to find a way. And I think after the fourth set, even we didn't let it bother us, and we kind of just hung in there and realized that our only way of winning these matches is to stay mentally tough.
So what's the difference between
Marty, I guess, or anybody?
Yeah, I was surprised, and I think some of the guys were too. We were expecting a switch. Excuse me. Especially the way he played in Tokyo last year. He was really inspired. He was all over the court, and for a guy that doesn't play regularly on tour, he's really comfortable playing doubles. But as Daniel said, Davis Cup, throughout the rankings, guys come out swinging, and he's young guy Uchiyama. He's only had a few attempts at Davis Cup, and he wants to prove himself. So when you're the underdogs, one of the ways to approach the match is to go for the win. You got everything to gain, and that's what happens a lot when they play Daniel. And we got two guys, combined ranking 19 and former Wimbledon champions. But even with the home court advantage and everything, it's still very, very difficult matches to win. So. You see 5-setters all over the place in World Group, 4 or 5-setters, very, very few 3-setters. So it was a good one to clinch. It feels good to win those kind of matches. If you're on the opponents, I mean, you've got one more match to win, but it's often the toughest one. And everybody would rather be up 2-1 than down 2-1. So hopefully it allows Milos to breathe a little easier and help him, begin the match and just a little bit more, even if it's a little percentage, to be a little bit more relaxed, so he can be loose and play his game a little bit more comfortably. And we'll see how that match goes. And Vasek, even though this was a long match, and I'm not worried at all about his physical state, and he wants to win so bad that he'll be ready to go. So we'll get both guys ready. And I know Milos has been, is the kind of match that he enjoys, a lot on the line, and so far he's delivered. And it's going to be a beauty tomorrow.
I know you played at home court in this tournament before. What did it feel like up there today? A lot of crowd support, just the whole atmosphere around it.
Yeah, no, it was great atmosphere. Like Danny said, it's tough. It was a tough match. I felt like it was a little bit of a roller coaster match, obviously. Tough for me because I'm not really in the doubles rhythm. I didn't feel like I played my best, but I played well when we needed to. And Danny, credit to him, he played solid the whole match, and he really kept it together. And just felt like whenever I started playing better, Danny was always just playing well. So, that was kind of the difference, just helping him out a little bit, and then. But the atmosphere was obviously incredible, and I think we used the crowd really well when we needed to, especially at the fifth set. Kind of saving the energy a little bit for the end of the fifth, because that's you can suddenly pounce on them, and the crowd will get on top of them and tight moments to the match, and it paid off.
It's huge. We want to take as much pressure off our best players as we can, and as I said, it's not fair to expect Milos to win 2 matches every time or Vasek to win 2 matches every time in singles. And my goal this year is to step up my game in Davis Cup. I felt like I've kind of let the team down a little bit. Last year I didn't win a match, and obviously it's 2 guys up there, but Vasek, when he's playing great doubles, he's one of the best in the world, and I'm trying to keep up with these guys now. It's a little bit different than it ever was, and to me this was a learning lesson a little bit today. If we're fortunate enough to get through how the year is going to go, and to be ready for anything, and so I feel fortunate a little bit to have won today, considering how well our opponents were playing, and so hopefully that makes a difference for tomorrow, and we can get one more. They played very well on serve, and when we had minor chances, they seemed to come up with good shots, and it's just a matter of staying patient and connecting. That's what doubles is, getting a couple of shots in a row together and playing well together, and we were able to do that in 5th and staying mentally tough, as I said.
Vancouver was always been one set ahead. It seemed like
yeah, for sure. We were always ahead, which is key. And we talked about Nishikori playing before, and everyone was a little bit surprised he didn't play. But realistically, I don't know if the level would have been that much better if he played. Maybe it would have even been better for us, because then we would have perhaps handled the great play a little bit better and expected it more than mentally been a little bit more prepared for it if he would have played. But who knows? I feel like I'm rambling on and on about the same thing. But, we're happy to be up 2-1, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Learning, I'm a little bit upset, that I let things get to me a little bit in the match today. But at the same time, I'm happy that I found a way during the match with the help of Vasek, staying positive and getting us going. And that locker room break at the end of the second set was huge. Marty was great in the chair, and Vasek was great as a partner. And then from that point on, we fought hard, and we were ready to accept what was going to happen.
Second for any friend.